Welcome back to the Student of the Game podcast. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. All right. Colin Cowherd straight up cannot stand athletic players who have skill who are between the heights of 6 feet tall to 6'4". He can't stand those players. He can't. You don't believe me? There's a pattern to his behavior. He always, he applauds Steph Curry, and Steph Curry deserves applause. He applauds Chris Paul. Chris Paul deserves his applause. Okay? You know what those two guys have in common? They're not really that athletic as far as jumping ability and speed. Okay? But the players that he loved to criticize the most historically, the Allen Iversons, the Steve Francis, the Russell Westbrooks, the Ja Morants, the John Walls, who else did I say? Oh, the Derrick Roses. Okay, all those players, he can't stand those players. He finds some way to hate on those players. And the thing about it is you can tell when somebody is hating because whenever their criticism doesn't even come close to matching up to facts. For example, he says John Wall, Russell Westbrook, they never make any players better. He said they're not good teammates. I have not heard a teammate from who played with John Wall and Russell Westbrook say that they're not good teammates. They don't help make their team better. Like, I have not heard that. I hear that from different people, well, Stephen A is not as bad as Colin. Well, you know what? I'm not going to even categorize Stephen A with Colin on that because Stephen A give Iverson and a lot of the players props and stuff. But I think Colin Cowherd, he knocks those players because Colin Cowherd, he's about 6'2", maybe 6'2.5" and a lot of NBA players, especially the point guards, he's either at eye level or he's taller than or whatever. But you let one of them that's who's about his height or that he's taller than have more athletic ability than him, oh, he is going to hate you. You know why he is going to hate you? You know why? Because whenever he was a kid playing basketball or whenever he goes up to the Y, those are the cats who dunk on him, who embarrasses him. He didn't get embarrassed by the Chris Pauls, unless Chris Paul shook him out of shoes, or the Steph Curry. Because as great as a shooter Steph Curry is, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most hoopers, you rather Steph Curry pop a 3-pointer in your face instead of Russell Westbrook dunking on your face. Okay? Most hoopers I know. Every hooper I know. Do I know every hooper? No. So I cannot speak for every hooper. But every person I played basketball with, you rather not get dunked on. Okay? You do not want it. It is embarrassing. They don't make posters for people shooting 3-pointers in your face. They make posters of people dunking on you. I remember one of my buddies, Chris Bernard. He had a poster, Sean Kemp, dunking over Robert Horry in the 1992 Western Conference semifinals. Okay, or was it 93? One of those years. And Robert Horry is like this, and Sean Kemp is all over Robert Horry. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to get dunked on. Okay, there are posters with Vince Carter dunking all over Alonzo Mourning. All right, I don't see posters where somebody's shooting a jumper in somebody's face, unless it's a game winner. Yeah, but I'd rather you hit a game winner 3-pointer in my face than you just dunking all on me. Okay, it's a reason why got a lot of people, they rather foul the crap out of you than let you dunk on them. I don't see many people fouling the crap out of somebody because they shooting a jumper on them. They're like, you shooting a jumper? Okay, that's no threat to me. You can't embarrass me on that. That's a jumper. Hey, my job well done. I kept you outside of the lane. Okay. But anyways, Colin Cowherd said that Draymond Green is a better team player than Russell Westbrook and John Wall. He said that Draymond Green makes his teammates better than those players making their team better. Come on, man. And you know what? I'm a fan of Draymond Green, so I am I like to believe that I'm a lot, like, I could give props to Westbrook and Wall and Derrick Rose and Ja Morant without crapping on Draymond Green, because I am a fan of Draymond Green. Now, if you want to say, well, Draymond Green makes his teammates better on the defensive side of the ball than those players, cool, you got me. I'm with you on that. I can dig that, okay? But we're talking about these guys, you're talking about Russell Westbrook, point guard, averaging a triple-double. So here's the thing. Now, I can see if Draymond Green doesn't turn the ball over, okay? Now, check this out. So we can say, well, Draymond Green on offense has 5 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, right? That's cool. But when Russell Westbrook can score 20 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. Oh, he's selfish? Come on, man. Come on now. Really? That's what we're doing? When Ja Morant does that, oh, it's a problem. But because, see, Draymond Green is not that athletic. Okay? He works hard. He's big. Draymond about 6'8", 6'9". He can hoop. Okay? As far as on the defensive side of the ball, and he does things like set screens. That's what I'm a huge fan of with Draymond Green. He sets screens. A lot of power forwards, they don't set screens today. Draymond set screens like he came straight out the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? With the Charles Oakleys, the Anthony Masons, the Otis Thorpes, the Davis boys. You understand what I'm saying? The Horace Grants, the Dennis Rodmans. Those are players who set screens. Okay? Been begging for Christian Wood to set a big screen as a Rockets fan, but then we'll talk about that on a different time. But that just makes no sense. And Colin Cowherd went on to say, like, you ever go to the YMCA at the Y and you're playing ball and you're going up against that guy who's, you don't want to guard him and you don't want him guarding you because he all up in your face. He's bumping up against you, sweating on you and all that stuff. And you don't want to guard him on offense and stuff. And he's intimidating. See, that's the problem, Colin, the difference between you and a lot of other hoopers out there. Check this out. When you a hooper, when you see a guy like Draymond Green, like we see guys like Draymond Green all the time on the basketball court. You know who they are? They're your football players where football season is done or football practice is over. They want to come over to the basketball side of it. And they think it's football. They want to tackle and all that. But understand this. The Draymond Greens, you come out there on the playground or at the Y or whatever, wherever you play ball at, they can get it too. Okay? Matter of fact, a lot of times they get it worse because they trying so hard. Bam, you hit them with a couple crossovers, spin moves, jukes, jab steps. Boom, they over there, you over here. And it's like, oh, what you doing? What you doing? Those guys get dunked on too, okay? They get dunked on too. So it's not like, if Draymond Green is intimidating you, then you don't need to be on the court. You're not going to win the game. Now, as far as this with the Celtics goes, I don't think Draymond Green intimidated the Celtics. I didn't see anybody walking away from him. Like intimidation, you're walking away from him. Now, if Colin Cowherd was out there hooping, okay, he'll be intimidated because he let it be known. Okay, but I don't see anybody I don't think anybody in the NBA is intimidated by other people, like as far as physically, or they're going to threaten them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that vibe. Okay, the way I look at it, all right, well, is he going to foul you? Yeah. But see, your main concern, you more upset at the ref for allowing that to happen than you are Draymond Green, to be honest with you. Because the ref he or she is controlling the game. It's like, this is what you're going to allow. But if I do that, you're not going to call anything. I mean, you're going to call foul. But when he does it, you're not going to call it. But back to Colin Cowherd, man. Dude, miss me with that. Big fan of your show, but come on now. Now, is Draymond Green a better teammate for Steph and Clay and the Warriors than Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, or Ja Morant or Carmelo Anthony would be? Well, I hope so, because Draymond Green practices with the Warriors. They have training camps with the Warriors. So I hope so. All right. But like comparing him to, like, come on now. He even went on to say Draymond Green is Dennis Rodman with skill. Are you serious? Dennis Rodman had skill. Dennis Rodman can pass the ball. Okay. Like, I don't think Draymond Green's ball handling is that much better than Dennis Rodman. It's just that Dennis Rodman didn't care. Dennis Rodman, he got the rebound and he gave it. He gave it to Isaiah Thomas. He gave it to Joe Dumars, Vinny Microwave Johnson. He gave it to Avery Johnson, Vinny Del Negro. He gave the ball to Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Ron Harper, Tony Kukoc. Okay? So he didn't mind doing that, Now the Warriors, and here's the thing. If I'm gonna tell you something. If Draymond Green was playing for the Bulls, he wouldn't be handling the ball as much as he does. You know why? Because you remember when Kevin Durant, that's what him and Kevin Durant got into it in that game. KD was like, give me the ball. Draymond took offense to that. Guess what? You're not going to do that when you got Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Ron Harper, Tony Kukoc, B.J. Armstrong, John Paxson, Steve Kerr on that team. And here's the thing. Phil Jackson is not going to allow that. I don't think Michael Jordan is going to allow that. See, when you look at the Golden State Warriors, that's one thing where it's like, man, like Draymond, we see Draymond goes and tries to get in between stuff when something may pop off with Steph or Clay or whatever and stuff. But when Draymond is going off, Outside of Andre Iguodala, I don't see Steph. I don't see Clay going in at Draymond saying, "Hey, bro, you need to chill. We need you." We saw that when Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, they will go to the Dennis Rodman. "Hey, bro, we need you to chill. We need you. We need you to chill, dude." We saw Avery Johnson, David Robinson go up to Dennis Rodman when he does his antics and stuff. Some of the antics are similar to Draymond Green's. They say, "Hey, man, we need you to chill because we need you to win. We need you in the game." Okay? I'm not saying Steph and Clay is scared of him. Maybe they talk to him off the court or when they get on the bench. I don't know. But Colin Cowherd, yeah, man, you wrong for that, dude. You need to chill with that. Chill with that, man. Chill with that because, listen, Draymond Green, see, when Draymond Green has bad games, he doesn't receive the scrutiny that the Russell Westbrooks, the John Walls, the Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony's get. Because with great power comes great responsibility, okay? But when Draymond has a good game, now you want to compare him. Like his great games don't even compare statistically to Russell Westbrook's and John Wall's bad games. Like it's a bad game is Russell Westbrook. It's a bad season for Russell Westbrook when he's averaging 18, 9, and 9, being the third option for the Los Angeles Lakers behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Those are terrible stats. So that means, listen, you're already judging Westbrook and them at a much higher standard than you are Draymond. So there is no comparison. That's like, okay, saying, okay, let's see. Your top main feature actors and actresses out there. You got your Denzel Washingtons, your Will Smiths, your Samuel L. Jacksons, your Leonardo DiCaprios, your Robert De Niro's, Al Pacinos. Okay? You're not going to compare them to the supporting characters of their movie. You know why? Because one is the top billing actor and the other one is the supporting actor. You shouldn't compare role players with first ballot Hall of Famers, with franchise carrying players. They don't get the same comparisons. If that's the case, then, okay, Robert Horry is better than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had 7 rings. Robert Horry had 7 rings, and he always upped his game in the playoffs, and then especially the finals. So is that the case? He's better than Jordan, Pippen, all of them, right? I don't think he's better than Jordan or Pippen, okay? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, Colin Cowherd, we get it. You can't stand players who are more athletic than you, that are your height. Like, you can stand LeBron and Jordan and them because they're a lot taller than you too. So there's no hope for you. But you feel like guys who you walk shoulder to shoulder with and they can jump 30 inches higher than you have a problem with. Hey, man, go seek therapy. Go seek therapy. Still a big fan of your show. Still a big fan of your show, though. All right? So we're going to close that part out. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And tell me, what do you think about Colin Cowherd's hatred and abundance amount of negativity toward NBA stars who are more athletic than him, but at the same height as him? Do you think he's just hating to be hating, or do you think he has a lot of truth to it? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Student of the Game. Peace.